What's going on, man? What's going on? Thanks for those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on archive. Remember, subscribe if you like the content. Throw a jab at the like button and make sure you hit that bell button so you're notified every time these top boxing comes on live. All right, man. First of all, let me tell you guys something, man. All right, let me tell you guys something. Okay, like, come on, Charlo. Like, this dude is attacking the interviewer, bro. Okay? Dude is attacking the interviewer of Fox just because she's part of Fox. You know. Like, who would you rather do the interview? Larry Merchant? Like, what's going on over here? Huh? Let me tell you something, man. Let me just tell you something. All right? First of all, if you want to make money, all right, don't go to betting. Like, don't pay anything to people for inside scoops or none of that bullshit. Okay. Don't just subscribe to D Style Boxing, all right, or follow D Style Boxing on Twitter and follow my projections. You're gonna make money. All right. You could look at the odds yourself and look at my projections and see if it makes sense for you to make a bet. All right. Now, my prediction was Charlo by late round stoppage. And while it lasted a little longer than I thought, it still happened. It still happened. Charlo got the stoppage. Okay. Harrison just, his body shut down. Okay. Judges obsolete. People talking about the judges. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Okay. He heard him, then he started beating and dominating him. And then they stopped the fight. He dropped him twice. Okay. He did not listen to the instructions twice from Reese. And Reese giving Harrison every benefit of doubt, let him go again. Then he started getting beat up and pounded again by the superior fighter. I'm sorry. All right. And they fight again. Charlo stops him earlier. All right. Don't believe me? Just okay. Let's do it again. Let's do it again then if you don't believe me. All right. If they do it again, he stops him earlier. You know what? In fact, Charlo abandoned the game plan around the middle of round 3. The knockdown made him abandon the game plan. All right. Should have won. He got stopped. The dude got stopped because he couldn't handle. Okay, dude got hit like Charlo got hit, and one guy went down. They both landed hooks, and one was just had a better hook, and that's it. They both landed the hook. One man could just take the other guy's shot. One man could take the other dude's best shot. The other guy can't, and that matters in boxing. That matters. People were ignoring. Look at the fight again. Charlo landing the straight to the body from round 1. Okay. Now, I'm not saying Harrison didn't do anything good, but a lot of people were just ignoring a lot of things Charlo did. All right. I'm hearing stuff like, oh, I had Harrison winning wide. I'm okay if you had Harrison winning, okay? But keep in mind, there was a knockdown, and I think you're ignoring a lot of the work that Charlo did. All right. If I'm honest. A lot of those shots, yes, his guard is up, but they're partially landing on the back of his ear. He was getting through the guard at times. Sometimes you have to look at it. They would show replays, and Charlo was landing in between that. And Charlo would go to the body, bop, he would hit him to the body, and then he abandoned that. And yes, in the middle rounds, Harrison started to take over. But then Harrison, all right, like, dude would get hit to the body, and then he would start dancing, all right? And people acting like he did something, right? He just got hit to the body, okay? He's trying to make you forget with showmanship that he got hit to the body. And people are like falling for it. Oh, look, he just clowned Charlo. What do you mean? He got hit to the body. And I agree, Kamalas. In the middle rounds, he completely abandoned that straight to the body that was landing and the jab to the body that was landing. He completely abandoned it. I agree with that. Absolutely. Right? He did abandon that, man. It's a damn shame, bro. It is a damn shame because he would have ended this fight earlier. But look, he dropped Harrison, and then it happens. You drop a dude, and then even like before that, he got him with a good counter upstairs and landed flush, and it hurt Harrison. And then he hit him again and dropped him. And then what set that up? The body shot set that up. And then he just completely abandoned what set it up. That happens, right? Now, Charlo can't keep doing that. He can't because he's going to pay dearly for that, right? He almost did again. But I think people are ignoring a lot of things Charlo did in this fight, right? Jay Silva had it close too. Round 3, 4, 8. Plus he had the knockdown to that point. Okay, good fight. Just John boxing. And then not only that, guys, who cares? What do you think? Like, he stopped them, bro. There is no more clear way to win than to just stop a dude. All right? That's the most clear. Like okay, no need to debate. There's no need to sit here and debate about who was winning. He stopped them. Okay, dropped them. Like you. If anyone still had Harrison up, okay, let's say, okay, like they would have let it continue. He got a knockdown early, then he knocked him down twice. He was going to knock him down again. But let's say he didn't, right? That's 3 knockdowns, okay, on 2 separate rounds. Are you telling me right now you would still have Harrison winning? There's no way, bro. Okay, there's just no way. A lot of you got to rewatch that fight. I'm just saying. There was and then yes, Charlo wouldn't do a lot like in the last 20 seconds for some strange reason. All right. And a lot of people, that's all they remember, the last 20 seconds of a round. And then when Harrison would land, yes, the punches look beautiful. Okay. They're more crisp than Charlo's punches. So a lot of those are arm punches, first of all. Okay. But we saw what happened. When they both landed, when they hooked again, then people were like, oh, no, D-Style, you're full of shit. Harrison has a higher kill percentage. I don't give a fuck. I know what I'm watching. And when I tell you Charlo's a better shot to knock him out, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Right? That doesn't tell you everything. The data matters, but you got to look into the data. Right? So at the end of the day, why debate? There's no need to debate it. He stopped them. No need for it. I hear you, Kemalas. The rest shouldn't have stopped. Dude, in fairness, like, go watch it again. When Jack Reese was giving him the instructions, go walk this way, Harrison didn't listen, dude. He didn't do it. On both occasions. Like Jack Reese just like in passing, just let it keep going. Jack Reese broke his own rule when it came to that. I'm okay with refs doing that, but he did it. Go watch that again. So he was already on thin ice. He was about to stop it before the second knockdown, but he look at it again. The dude went down, so Jack Reese started counting. That was the most dominant round. Harrison has never dominated Charlo in that way, ever. Right? That's dominant. Like just like here, my punch is stronger. I'm gonna outman you. I'm gonna catch you with combinations while you're against the ropes. Okay, I'm gonna have your head bouncing like a fucking bobble doll and all that. Okay, you want to act like my punches aren't having no effect on you. Okay, here, bam, 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 go down, motherfucker. What are you gonna say now? Okay. And the dude knows deep in his soul, knows he had nothing left. Because look at the post-fight interview. All right? He blamed it on having a year off, and he blamed it on, like all that shit. Dude knows. The dude knows. All right? I'm just saying, the dude knows. It doesn't matter. He stopped him. He outmanned him. He proved he was just too dominant for him and stopped him. That's it. That's it. Texas stand up. Okay? That's it. At the end of the day, okay? Period. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, at the end of the day. Oh, man, it's crazy. Karate Body, I'm not going to be hard on Jack. Obviously, he saw something he didn't like. Not only that, Jack knew deep inside he should not have continued it after the second knockdown. Okay? Do I think Harrison could have continued when he got up? Yes. But did he listen to Jack Reese's instructions? No. Right? He didn't listen to the instructions. Go watch it again. Reese just grabbed his arms. He didn't do the walk to. He wasn't listening. The dude wasn't all there. All right? If they would have continued, he would have got an ass beating, bro. All right? It would have been an ass beat, an unnecessary ass beating if they continued that fight. And what's with Crawford hating on the Fox interviewer, by the way? That's what I really want to talk about. Yeah, okay, boxing. He was getting bullied, but what happened to the bully then? What happened to the bully 3 times? He fucking hit the canvas 3 times. Hit the canvas, the bully. I'm just saying. He's the least effective bully I've ever seen, if that's the case. Just saying. There's no coulda, woulda, shoulda. There's what is. And what is that they both hooked, both landed. Charlo is just, he could take the best Harrison's got. Harrison cannot take the best that Charlo's got. That's at the end of the day. And that's going to be a factor they fight again. Period. That's going to be a factor they fight again. Because now Harrison can't have the confidence that, I could handle the best you got. Because now he knows that he cannot handle the best Charlo's got. I know that. What's up with Crawford hating on the, what has this Fox interviewer done to Charlo? He hates how she does interviews. What do you hate about what she does exactly? What? Because she's on Fox? Is that what it is? What is it that what is it that she does, right? That, the people that interview do exactly? Because am I missing some? What's going on over here? What's going on? Am I missing some? What am I missing? What does she have to do with it? It ain't her fault. It ain't her fault that you're over there stuck with Top Rank, bro. It's not her fault, okay? Leave the interviewer out of this, okay? It's not like she did anything wrong. I hate the way she does interviews. Okay, I'm sure he would say that, right? If she interviewed him, right? I mean, come on. So, if she was on ESPN, he'd be saying that she's the best interviewer of all time. This shit's insane. All right. She has basic questions. So what is she doing? Huh? Alex T. What is she doing that's bad? She's just asking questions. I actually don't mind that Heidi chick because she doesn't try to instigate anything. She doesn't cut fighters off. She's not condescending. So you guys want to go back to when Larry Merchant was condescending to fighters, that they just had a war, and then they would try to praise God and he would cut them off, right? You want to go back to when Larry Merchant was challenging Floyd Mayweather to a fight, and you know what I mean? What are we doing? Do you want to go back to Jim Gray, looking at the fighters like he's above them or some shit, all condescending? Is that what you guys want? Is that what you want? What can you guys tell me specifically? Don't just say she's bad. Just tell me, what is she doing wrong? I just want to know. What is it about her interviewing style or whatever she's asking? Like, I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying she's like this amazing post-fight interviewer. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I prefer that over the crap we got on HBO all those years. Like, I'll take that any day. All right? I'll take basic questions any day. All right? Huh? Well, let's see. What are you trying to say? Besides, they're too basic. Can you elaborate, please? Oh, Puncher? Is she better than Heidi? I honestly don't think she's anywhere near as bad as some of you guys are making it seem. I got to be honest. Some of you dudes are making it seem like she's horrible. Like you know what I mean? Like, so some of you are just going over the top with it, bro. I just got to be honest. She's not that bad. She's not as bad as you guys are making it seem. I just got to be honest. Like, she's not that bad. All right? The Heidi chick is better than Puncher. Period. We have to deal with Larry Merchant for over like 20 years, bro. You guys are complaining about Heidi? But like, leave that aside, right? Be honest. Let's be honest. The only reason Crawford's saying that is because she's on Fox, bro. Okay? Like, he's salty that when they put champions, they don't put him on there. And I'm a Crawford guy, and I consider him a world champion. Of course he is. You know, I'm just saying, like what is this? Is petty. It's a petty thing for him to message that, bro. It's petty. All right? I'm just saying. Like, the way, like you could just tell, right? He wants the star PBC fighter to look bad. You could just tell. Like, it's I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. She doesn't know about the sports. You don't have to know about the sport to interview somebody up in a post fight, dude. Her job is not to be an expert about the sport. That's not her job. Her job is just to interview the fighter and get his thoughts. Did you or did you not get to hear the questions you wanted, right? Did she ask him about the beef with Harrison? I wanted to know about that, right? And he answered that question, all right? If you didn't like the answer, that's a different story. What did you want her to ask? Like, you guys, what did you want her to ask? Can you just tell me what you wanted her to ask that she didn't ask? Well, you guys wanted her, like, to break down a combination and mention, say the word check left hook like a Sergio Mora or something. Like, what do you want from her? I'm just telling. Like, can you just explain to me what is it that she asked that was so bad? Like, what question did she ask? Like, what do you guys want her to ask? Like, what exactly do you want her to ask? All they need to ask is, what did you think about your performance? How did you feel in there? What's next? Okay. Oh, regarding this beef, okay, there's still animosity. That's all. That's her job. That's all she has to do. What do you want her to do? What does Crawford and you guys want her to do, right? Like, I hate how that she interview people. Like what is she doing? Like, she's smiling too much? Like what exactly is she, like, can you just explain to me, right? What she's doing wrong? Yes or no? That's all you got to do. It's like, she's doing what she needs to do. Right? Like, do you want her to be an instigator? Is that what you're wanting? Do you want to go back to the days of HBO when these dudes were instigating shit? Is that what you want? Like, well, what do you want? I'm glad Arrow said his name. Yeah, he said his name. You want, like, why don't you talk about Arrow? Why is he talking like you dudes? Like I'm just saying, you can't be that deep in PBC hate that you attacked a Fox interviewer. Like you know what I mean? When all she did was ask very basic questions, but that's her job. We can't complain for years about what the Larry Merchants and even like Max Kellerman to a certain degree. Like, what did she ask that a Max Kellerman would have asked? Like, what would have can you just tell me, what would Max Kellerman have done different? What would he have asked differently? Answer me that. Like, put it in the chat, Alex D. Like, what would Max Kellerman have asked differently? Yeah, Joe Lopez 4 ounce. Well, people were saying he did. I don't know. I wasn't around. I was getting a coke and shit. She could be more professional. Can you explain what you mean by that? What is she doing that's unprofessional? I'm genuinely asking you guys, what is she doing that's unprofessional? Do you think she's too friendly? Right? So you want her to be condescending. Is that what you want? Again, you guys got to listen to what I'm saying. I'm not like if you were to tell, like I'm not saying that she's Howard Cosell. Okay, I'm not like I want to make sure you guys understand. All right, but if we're honest, all right, what do you want her to do? You want her to like tell Charlo, you know, you lost this fight, right? You don't really believe you won this fight, right? Is that what you want? Is that you want her to do that type of stuff? Like, what do you guys want? Yeah, he did mention Charlo. Okay, yeah, Kim Allah confirmed that he mentioned Charlo. That's all she's there for. You guys cannot tell me what she could have done differently. Like if you were her boss and she's like, okay, how did I do? What would you tell her? Hey, okay, next time, like fill in the blank for me. What do you want her to do? What do you guys want? Like I'm just like, what do you want her to do? Like just tell me what you want her to do. Like put it like a question you would ask, right? That you would have what would you have said to Charlo? Or what would you have asked Charlo? What would you have done? What's going on, Gregory? You guys cannot answer. You guys are just saying that stuff because you see, you know, a woman, you're like, oh, she must be a bimbo or something, right? Like we gotta let's keep it real, guys. What did you want her to do? What did you want her to ask? Is there any reason for Crawford to go after? Like, is he like really, bro? Like, you're gonna go after the interviewer? Like, you guys are missing the point here. Okay, the whole timeline of Crawford is just literally meant to shit on the people. That's all it was, to shit on Fox and all the way to the interviewer. All right. What did she want him like? You guys cannot tell me what did she miss to ask that you wanted her to ask. Well, like, can you just tell me? Can somebody put it? Can somebody just put like a quote of what you wanted her to ask? Like, did she ask the basic shit we want to know from a fighter? Yes or no? To me, the answer is a clear yes. It's a clear yes. I'm just, maybe you don't like her delivery. Well, that's her personality. What do you want her to do? You want her to just talk in monotone and just look in the ground and just ask a question? Like, what do you guys want? I'm just saying, right? Can we move on from the question? No. You want to move on from the question because you cannot provide me a question that you think she should have asked. You don't need to know the sport. Dude, have you heard Michelle Joy Phelps ask questions? Michelle Joy Phelps, okay, did a FaceTime saying how great it is that the Zone is playing UFC before the Canelo fight, bro. right? Like who? Raider Raheem? Do we want to go this route? Okay. Like, well, what do you guys think Raider Raheem would have done differently in the post? Like, what do you think he would have done? Exactly. All right. Like, what are you guys talking about? And he's just hating, bro. Like, dude. I'm a Crawford guy, but the dude's hating. Like, it's just clear, dude. The dude's hating. And you know what? I don't want to hear when these numbers come out, if they're higher than the Crawford numbers, I do not want to hear any excuses. This fight went against the Rams versus the 49ers, bro. NFL football. Okay? This event. And then right before that, it was the Bills Patriots. All right? The most popular sport in the world, in America, was on at the same time as this fight. I don't want to hear the excuses from ESPN or anybody else. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. Jamal would be a lot better if he would have stayed running Shields, Mr. Max. I do agree with that. Dude should have stuck to the body. If he would have kept, like Kamal said, dude was headhunting. If he would have stuck to that right to the body, which was landing, and been patient, not start striking for real upstairs. So like the fourth, fifth round, he would have taken Harrison out earlier. Because every time Charlo landed clean, because he was hitting a lot, he was partially hitting Harrison. Back of the ear. He was getting through the guard, but a lot of it was being absorbed by the guard. But when he would hit him clean, it was visibly affecting Harrison. It would visibly affect him. He just had to be patient. That's the problem. The dude had to be patient, bro. All right? You have to be patient. Just saying. Man, the dude really went in on the interviewer, bro. That's deep. That's like Donald Trump territory with the Twitter, bro. You know, Donald Trump goes on his rants and he just hates everything that the Democrats do, no matter what. It's affiliated with the Democrats, so he hates it. Like, that's what this dude's doing. Like he just, everything that has to do with Fox, he hates. The interview, fuck her. She's terrible. Like, I hate the way she asks questions. Who the fuck does ESPN have that's just amazing at asking questions? Can somebody please put in the chat? Please. Anybody? Like, who, bro? And, bro, Harrison, he went down. Dude went down. He shouldn't have talked all that shit. Why'd he talk all that shit? Shouldn't have talked all that shit, bro. Oh, come on, Alex T. Here we go, Alex T. What's up, Bear Down? Dude, like he went on a Donald Trump type tirade. Because that's what Donald Trump does, bro. Right? What like if there's a Democrat on CNN or something, like Donald Trump will sit there and everything they do is terrible, right? Oh, that interviewer is terrible. You know what I mean? Like, everything's horrible. Low ratings. Like, it's just a Donald Trump thing. You know what I mean? My ratings are good. Their ratings are low. The hell with the Democrats. Oh, that Democrat has low energy, and that interview on CNN is terrible. And it's that's what he does, right? And when there's a Republican right on TV, they're amazing. Oh, what a loyal person, and that interviewer is unbelievable on Fox News. Oh yeah, that's what Crawford's doing, dude. Okay, that dude was on Twitter, doing a tirade throughout the whole thing, right? He's just tweeting about everything that's going on. First of all, making it clear that he's watching, right? And he couldn't help himself. The interviewer, terrible. Like, what's going on? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, I got you. Two judges had Harrison down. I mean, look, I had it close, bro. I had it really close. I had Harrison up by a round. Okay, I did. Maybe two. I mean, yeah, it's there was some rounds there that are really close, but let's say I had Harrison up. Without a shadow of a doubt, Charlo would have been up on my card after those knockdowns. Okay, but it was a close fight. It really was. Charlo gave away a lot of early, like as soon as he knocked down Harrison, the dude fought stupid. All right, like he knocked him down and started head hunting, and it cost him. All right, at the end of the day, at Charlo, I mean, yeah, I mean, people are acting like Harrison was putting on a clinic, and that's just not what was happening. You guys got to go back, bro. Like people had Harrison winning round one. Look, bro, pay attention to the body shots that Charlo was landing. And that stuff plays dividends, all right? Charlo is not a monster puncher, guys, okay? He's not a guy that could set up a knockout throughout the course of a fight because he knows when he lands a big shot, he's gonna knock a dude out. Charlo's a 50% knockout ratio guy, okay? But if you hit a dude to the body, if you put in work early, those body shots, which people forget in the later course, like the effect of it doesn't go away. You start feeling those jabs and rights to the body later on, okay? And when there's less oxygen in the brain, right, and you land a hook like Charlo landed, as long as it's clean, it's going to hurt a dude. That's why he staggered the way he staggered. That's not an accident. That's not like, oh, he just got lucky and landed a shot. That's not what it is. Because he landed that same hook several times throughout the fight. He landed that like several shots clean like that throughout the fight. It's not like that was the first big shot Charlo landed. In fact, he knocked them down early in the fight. Okay. But but it finally took its toll on the guy. That's what happened. All right. People like you gotta go back, watch the early portion of that fight, and Charlo would hit the dude to the body. Like there were sneaky shots in there, but he was landing them. Okay, they weren't as obvious as the ones Harrison would throw, right? But they were landing, right? Like when you throw a body shot, okay, even if the wrist part of the glove lands on the side of your body, that is an impact that's going to have an effect. Due that his flow of oxygen to the brain was being drained. Okay? So he was not able to sustain an attack like that upstairs. That's what happened. All right? That's what happened, guys. That was not the first hook Charlo landed in the fight. Like, I'm just telling you guys right now. I agree with that, MBT. Harrison would also go through periods where he wasn't doing anything. And you could say, well, he was blocking a lot of shots. Okay, but what is he doing? Charlo was still partially landing a lot of those shots. Okay? Yes, he would throw like a 1-2, but the one would land, right? Or he would throw a 3-punch combination. Maybe one would get through the guard, but one did land. And Harrison wouldn't do anything for long periods. And then there was several times Charlo hit him to the body, and Harrison started dancing. That's because he felt it. And he wanted to use showmanship to make people forget that he literally just got hit to the body. That if they really weren't hurting him, why didn't he counter Charlo after Charlo would land those body shots then? Well, why didn't he do that? So at the end of the day, what could prove it to you, all right, is that he did stop him. And he looked finished. He had nothing left, guys. He went down once. Reese was giving him instructions. He did not follow Reese's instructions. Reese gives him the benefit of the doubt as a champion, let's say. And the second knockdown was more brutal. Unanswered. He looked like a bobblehead. Okay, his head. The dude goes down. Again, does not follow the instructions of Reese. He wasn't paying attention to Reese. Gets up again. Had nothing in return. Offered no resistance to the attack that was coming towards him. If you believe that Harrison had anything left, you're out of your mind. The dude had nothing left. Dude had nothing left. Sleds, what's going on, bro? I appreciate the support. That sounds, that's not bad, Bert. And with a knockdown, guess what? And with those 2 knockdowns, guess what? Like, I'm just saying, you guys are, it's not impossible to have Harrison ahead before the 11th, but you would have to acknowledge, okay, that damage was being done to the guy. Like, if you just can't ignore that. When Harrison would land, it would stand out. The 1-2, boom, boom, it was beautiful. Now, I still argue a lot of the punches Harrison landed were arm punches, right? They still count and all that. I'm not saying they don't count, right? But they're not going to knock Charlo out. The dude's not going to go anywhere, right? So if these 2 guys were to fight again, I could almost guarantee it. Charlo would stop him in the middle rounds. If Charlo would have just kept doing what he was doing round 1, knocked the dude down, and then kept going to the body, all right? All right? If he kept doing what he was doing to what set everything up, this fight would have been over by rounds 5 or 6. Charlo gave away a lot of rounds after that first initial knockdown because he was headhunting, right? So that's just what happened. And credit to Harrison, he took full advantage of that, right? Harrison is not a bad fighter, right? It's just that Harrison cannot take the punishment that's coming his way. That's just the truth. In order for Harrison to beat Charlo, Harrison has to have like a night of his life. Harrison needs to win at least 7 rounds, right, and avoid getting hurt. But here's the problem. Like, he boxed a hell of a fight and was still getting hit to the body early. All right? Those straights to the body, people are ignoring them. The jabs to the body, people are ignoring them. And the fact that Harrison was not properly or effectively countering Charlo when Charlo would go to the body, instead he would dance, tells me everything. And if they fight again, and I hope they do it just so we can put this shit to rest, Charlo stops him again. Okay? He'll stop him again. I'm telling you, he stops him again. I don't even think it is necessary. All right? One machine overheated and malfunctioned from the damage it was sustaining. The other one Charlo could have gone another 6-7 rounds from what I saw. Charlo made a lot of tactical mistakes and still won. All right? Like, that's just period. That was the wrong game plan to come forward, okay? And at the end of the day, that opened them to get hit with those body shots early. And it wasn't the hooks to the body. It was those straights down the pipe, the jabs. He landed them early. He abandoned it, started getting back to it, okay? And then he would kind of throw to the body, and then he would hook him upstairs. People completely ignoring that. Charlo landed some harder shots before the knockdown, the second one, later in the fight. He landed harder shots before that, all right? It's just that at that point, the oxygen in Harrison's head was, he couldn't sustain that anymore. In fact, this is one of the reasons, like a drug like EPO and stuff like that, okay, or HGH is like a banned substance, you know, and a lot of fighters that have like unstoppable stamina get accused of using those drugs, okay, it's because it helps with the oxygen in the brain, right? So that is a very vital point, right? This dude was running out of oxygen. And so when he got hit, if you look at it again, the hook wasn't that devastating. He landed that hook several times, even harder than that throughout the fight. It's just that time he had nothing left. Harrison knows he had nothing left. All right. And that's that. That's why he went down again and again. That's why he had no resistance and he looked like a bobblehead. Okay, right before the second knockdown. So that is that. Does Charlo have underrated chin or underrated stamina? I don't even know if we can praise the chin in this case because a lot of the punches Harrison landed. Now, I'll give him credit. His straight, like, that was the one punch he landed with leverage and it was doing good things for him. You know what I mean? Harrison didn't utilize it enough. All right. But aside from that, to me, in all honesty, all the other punches were all arm punches, bro. All right. Arm punches. Like, I just got to be honest. Aside from that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it again, but we'll see. Good fights to get the smoke. Absolutely. Dope fight. Empathy boxing. Charlo have underrated boxing skill. Like, he did enough, right, to stay in the pocket long enough to land his shots. There was like a round before that where Charlo went to the body, landed clean, and boom, came upstairs. And credit to Harrison, took a nice hook. So, like, that hook that dropped him was not that devastating. But the way his body reacted, the dude wasn't all there. Okay? So, I'm not talking like dizzy or I'm just talking there was not that much oxygen in his brain anymore. Okay? The damage would have been devastating. Right? And Reese, if I'm honest, by letter of the law, should have stopped it after the first knockdown. Right? He didn't stop it fine. Credit, benefit of doubt to the champion. Gets knocked out in more brutal fashion the second time. Right? Gives him the count. Dude makes it to his feet, but does not follow the directions that Jack Reese was giving him. You guys got to remember, refs talk to fighters in the dressing room before the fight. So I would imagine Jack Reese told them, in case of a knockdown, you go to your neutral corner, and I'm going to give you the instruction to walk to this side, walk to that side, and then come forward to me. That's the way you indicate to me that you're okay to continue. Harrison did not do that twice. This is Jack Reese's own process. The second time he grabbed, the wrist of Harrison, and he wiped them himself, and then he told him to continue because it was getting awkward. Look at the second knockdown again when he gets back up. There's an awkward moment for Reese where he's like, "Oh fuck, this dude's not listening to my instructions. Fuck it, let's let it continue." You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, dude was done. Charlo's a workhorse. He is. Alex T. That's how believe Charlo brothers have is impressive. Yeah. Charlo's strength. Charlie A. Alex A. I'm sorry. Charlo's strength is his determination. He should have been very discouraged. Harrison was winning like all the rounds after 2 being clowned, and Harrison just kept working. Look, man. Harrison would usually dance around and quote unquote clown. That wasn't clowning to me. Clowning to me is not when you dance just for the sake of doing it. Clowning to me is like you land a 2-piece, make a guy miss, and then you stick a tongue out or something. And then, you start moonwalking and bam, pop him with a fucking jab and you make him miss. That's clowning to me. Clowning is now you get hit with 2 body shots and then you put your hands out and do a dance and act like it didn't hurt you. That's not clowning. Like, you got hit, motherfucker. All right? So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter anyway. If he was clowning Charlo so much and the shots weren't landing, then why the fuck was he out of it? Huh? Why did he get put on his ass, first of all, early in the fight? Why did he get put on his ass twice in the 11th? And the beating was just going to continue at that point. Just saying. Rico used to clown. Absolutely. Imagine if the PBC had Tim Bradley personality, Terrence Crawford would be hating hard. Yeah. Is that what you guys want the Fox interview to do? You want her to act the way Tim Bradley acts? And start calling out the fighters from other networks and stuff like that? Is that what you want her to do or what? Is that what are we doing? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I appreciate to those that joined me. I remember Monday I'll be doing the yearly awards show, so stay tuned for that. Also, me and G Funk owe everybody one more Mexican Latino show. We will be doing that one more before the end of the year, so stay tuned for that. All right, stay tuned for that for sure. And that's that. And check everybody else out, man. Check everybody's post fights. All right, to check everybody's thoughts post fights. I'm gonna do that. This is D Style. I'm out. Peace.